What is up, everybody? I don't know what happened in my last stream. I got cut off. So I don't know. It just crashed. And then it was said it was live for a long time. But Niners got fantastic news with the Seahawks win tonight. And that comes, the first part is the seeding. Of course, the situation for the Niners is ideal that Seahawks win tonight. And that means that the Niners now have control over their seeding because of the dirty work they've done this season. So the 49ers seeding situation, as it stands now, is that if they win out, they are the #1 seed. That's fantastic. The second piece of news that's great for the 49ers is they learned a lot of their upcoming opponent in the Seattle Seahawks tonight. And another dreadful performance in terms of turnover ratio, another dreadful performance in Sam Darnold playing against the Rams. We saw it just like 4 weeks ago, and we saw it again tonight. So that's the other piece of good news around the Seahawks is you can get after this team. You can beat this team. It is definitely concerning, I suppose, if you want to go use that word, that they were able to continue fighting through in the way that they did. But, man, I feel really good about the situation for the Niners up against the Seahawks. Like, I feel like this is a beatable team. I think Kyle Shanahan knows Clint, so I feel good about that. This defense is for real. Like, they have a very, very good defense. And I think what's up, David? Yeah, dude, I don't know what happened to my stream, by the way. It just, out of nowhere, it just randomly canceled. The Niners have to take care of business, though. Like, the Niners have to do it. So, obviously, it's only as good as it happens if you go out there and make it happen on the field. So, you got to go beat the Colts. You got to go beat the Bears. You got to go beat the Seahawks. But, man, it feels good. It feels really good for me. So, I think where I was left off in the last stream and wherever we are now was just in talking about how the NFC West, as good as it is, as like on a DVOA basis, I talked about it in tonight's video, on a DVOA basis, you're looking at two teams that are historically good offensively right now. Like, historically good. They're so good on the DVOA that they're on a list of, like, I'm talking about the Seahawks and the Rams. They're on a list of, like, I think it was 7 out of 16 or 8 out of 16 won the Super Bowl. And of those 16 teams in the top 16 teams in DVOA, I think all but like 3 of them went to the Super Bowl. So you're talking about 2 really, really good teams happening at the exact same time. And the 49ers right now are in that division, and they're a 10-win team about to be 11 wins against the Colts. Watch it happen. But they're a 10-win team in that division. They beat the Seahawks. They beat the Rams, both of those away games. Obviously, Levi South isn't really an away game, but you get what I mean. They traveled for it, you know. They had to go somewhere. They had to get on the interstate, you know, or whatever. They probably flew, but whatever. So all of that being said, the situation for the Niners in the playoff situation is great. That's fantastic. We should be hyped about that. Let's go Niners. The opportunity is on the table for you right now. And if you're Shanahan, if you're the boys in the locker room, like, you are energized beyond belief right now that you know right now we can punch our ticket to the #1 seed. We could, this team without Nick Bosa, this team without Fred Warner so far, so we'll see. But this team without Fred Warner and Nick Bosa could be quite literally on the couch wildcard weekend. Does that not strike anybody as amazing? It strikes me as amazing. The fact that they can do it, and they've got to win a lot of games to do it. But we watched, like, the Denver Broncos are on an 11-game winning streak. The Patriots went on a 10-game winning streak. So it's not like it's unheard of. It's not like it's impossible. The Niners can go and win 3 games for sure. And you're talking about the Colts, the Bears, and the Seahawks. So those are 3 really tough games. 2 games that I think are quite a bit tougher than the other ones. But, man, I'm hyped about it. Let me know what you guys think in the chat for sure. I feel really good about it. I think the thing I was talking about in the stream that disappeared, and I don't know what happened to it. It's kind of weird. Is the Rams? Man, they look so much more beatable than I thought they would look. Like, you like, if you're not watching every single game, if you're not watching every snap, you look at them, you're like, man, best offense in the league. They got a really good defense. They got top 5 offense, top 5 defense, whatever. And their special teams isn't great, but, you know, they replaced that kicker, and so maybe things are getting better. Nope. That special teams is horrid. It is so bad. That special teams made me feel good about last year's special teams. I'm serious. I'm serious. Punt return for touchdown, missed field goal, multiple muff kick returns. Like it was a bad show on the field there. What is their phrase? The greatest show on turf? It was not a great show on turf for their special teams. Their offense is elite. There's no other way to say it. They are an elite offense. But you got Parkinson dropping multiple balls tonight, and with Devontae Adams injured, they look weaker. They do. Like, they're still really good. I'm not trying to act like they're not good. Matthew Stafford is an elite quarterback. They're a good team. Puka Nacua is unbelievable always. But yeah, dude, you can get after that team for sure. If you end up playing them in the NFC Championship game or something like that, like you know this team. Like that's not good. That's not a good matchup for the Rams. If you're the Rams, you don't want to face an NFC West rival in the NFC Championship game because we know you. We know your weakness. Shanahan knows McVay, all that stuff, right? And then in terms of their defense, like as good as their defense has been this year, the last few games, I feel like they're giving up a lot of yards through the air. I feel like their secondary, they've had injuries, guys go on IR, so they're a little banged up there, but I feel like they've become a little bit easier to get after. And what the heck were the Seahawks doing? You know, was it bracket coverage keeping JSN out of this game? I feel like the Seahawks are like keeping their best player out of the game. He's the best player on their offense right now. And then the other thing that was encouraging to me watching the Rams was like Kenneth Walker had like 3 hugely explosive runs against the Rams. So I felt like, okay, like just it's good to see, you know, watch the other team and get a feel for what their issues are and how you can get after them. So there was a lot in that game that had me really hyped for the 49ers. Had me feeling like, okay, here's what we can do. We can get after these teams. Niners got to go take care of the Colts first. That's the number one job. No doubt about it. Go take care of the Colts 100%. That's the job. And if you take care of the Colts, a lot of things start to solve themselves. But the Seahawks open the door for the 49ers in a rare situation where any 49ers fan is talking positively about the Seahawks. The Seahawks open the door for the Niners, and now it is within our grasp to actually go and get the 1 seed, to go and have a bye week, to go have home field advantage. Someone was saying after the trip to Indianapolis, I think is that the last away game, right? Because we're home and home. After the trip to Indianapolis, the Niners could theoretically not get on another plane for the rest of the season. Because the Super Bowl is at Levi's, right? Like, that's unbelievable. That is a crazy thing to consider. If they literally had, like, you travel to Indy, you win there, you beat Chicago, you beat Seattle at home, you beat Chicago at home, Seattle at home, you go through the playoffs at home, you have a bye week, and then you have playoffs at home. That would be unbelievable, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's go. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Let me know what you guys think in the chat, in the comments, whatever. Appreciate you guys. I had to jump on live just because I thought this was really cool news for the 49ers. And I hope this live actually works and actually stays there. And then comment on this morning's video, or this afternoon's video, rather. How many pressures you think the Niners are going to have? Total pressures, not one player, the whole defensive line. Go comment on that video. I haven't written down any of the comments and recorded any of the numbers yet. So go do that if you haven't done that. All I can keep thinking is how we are heading up and at the right time and can't wait for the finish. Let's go. Yeah, dude, I'm with you, man. It's so crazy to watch this team and you're like, okay, but now there's this test, and now there's this test, and now there's this test. So you go to Cleveland, you're like, well, what about the weather? What about this defense? This defense is unbelievable. And the Niners take care of business, man. In Cleveland, we see the Niners have more conservative play calling. We see Brock Purdy more conservative. Like, they are so good, so thoughtful, so prepared. So I'm 100% with you right now, 100% with you. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening. It's getting late, so I better get to bed. I'm fighting off this cold. So you guys have a good one.